right. I think I got a couple more here, one or two more. Let's see. This is another sort of historical song about a theologian named Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And he was an interesting figure because he was living in Nazi Germany during World War II, and he got embroiled in this plot to assassinate Hitler. And they actually made a movie out of it. It's called Valkyrie. It had Tom Cruise in it. And I don't think the character of Bonhoeffer was depicted in that film, but that was kind of the plot he was embroiled in. And it didn't work out, but he's always been an interesting figure. Just looking for my pick here. Here it is. So this is the Ballad of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, and I stole the melody for this from an old Leadbelly tune called John Hardy, and the melody for that from John Hardy has been used in many other folk songs, including Woody Guthrie used it in, he wrote a song about Tom Joad called The Ballad of Tom Joad, and then Phil Oakes used it also. Anyway, it's a familiar tune, but the words are different. Never had much fortune or fame, but he lived and died a hero to some. Dietrich Bonhoeffer was his name. Dietrich Bonhoeffer was his name. Born and raised on German soil at the turn of the century, he studied hard at the Berlin College, earned himself a theology degree. Yes, he did, earned himself a theology degree. Preached the gospel to the poor and to all them that was not free. When Adolf Hitler came to power, he said, "Friends, this is not how it should be. Friends, this is not how this should be." Silenced on the radio, silenced in the lecture hall. Them Nazis gave him a pretty hard time. He couldn't hardly get himself heard at all. Couldn't hardly get himself heard at all. When his anti-Nazi views got known, his friends begged him to please come away. They said it ain't safe for none but Nazis over there. He said, "That is why I have got to stay. That is why I have got to stay." He joined a resistance movement underground where he was sworn to secrecy. They made a plot to take Hitler down, called it Operation Valkyrie. Called it Operation Valkyrie. Put a bomb in an old briefcase, got it planted in a meeting room. When Hitler and his generals sat down to talk, that old briefcase went kaboom. Briefcase went kaboom. Explosion killed a man or two, but the attempt to murder Hitler had failed. When Hitler found out who had put the briefcase there, he threw Bonhoeffer and his friends in jail. Threw Bonhoeffer and his friends in jail. There he stayed for a year and a half, writing sermons and letters to the Lord, all the while praying his endless prayer to bring an ending to this awful war, to bring an ending to this awful war. He said, the question ain't how can I escape this mess and still keep my conscience clean. The question is, how can life endure it all if we stand here and don't do anything? If we stand here and don't do anything. Well, the execution orders finally came down April 8th of 1945. The very next day at dawn's first light, they hung Bonhoeffer till he died. Hung Bonhoeffer till he died. Now some folks say that he could have got away if he had only surrendered or lied. Other folks say all he ever did was fail, but at least old Bonhoeffer tried. At least old Bonhoeffer tried. Wherever there's evil men taking power and folks see it and they just don't care. Wherever there's a country getting less free by the hour, the ghost of old Bonhoeffer's going there. The ghost of old Bonhoeffer's going there. Thank you. All right, maybe I'll do one more, and then we'll call it a show. But this has been a true privilege to be here.